But once he fights a real fighter, a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
If he ain't gotta look for Roach, that's a good thing. And he's not gonna run over Tank, you know? And he's not gonna knock Tank out.
That lawnmower, that's that. Stop that motherfucker lawnmower.
Floyd Mayweather gave a strong reaction to Gervonta "Tank" Davis's new training video, saying Tank is the most powerful puncher at 135 pounds. He highlighted Davis's strength, speed, and talent, calling him unbeatable in the division. Mayweather said Tank has truly taken the spotlight in boxing, just like he and Mike Tyson did in their prime. With his knockout power, star appeal, and perfect record, Tank is now the top name in the sport. This is his moment to rule and build a legacy that lasts.
Many years ago, we spoke, and you spoke to our production group. You said, I've watched Floyd. I watched Canelo. I look at all the tapes of Ray Leonard, Manny Pacquiao, all these guys. I'm going to be the face of boxing. Are you now?
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
Tank Davis is locked in and completely focused as he gets ready for his March 1st fight against Lamont Roach. He talked about how important it is to stay sharp and disciplined, especially at the top level of boxing. Davis pointed out that once you're at the top, every fight counts and there's no space for slacking. He said that not training properly can lead to bad performances, which is why he stays fully committed during camp. His goal isn't just to win, it's to deliver an exciting show for the fans. Davis knows how important it is to keep the audience engaged, because great performances bring in more fans and boost his popularity. He sees boxing as both a sport and a form of entertainment, where fighters need to impress every time they step in the ring. With his knockout power and crowd appeal, Davis has become a must-see name in boxing, and he's focused on keeping that going.
Look like a fool when I go out there in the ring, you know? I want to stay sharp. I want to stay like, you know, when you reach that top level or things like that, you want to always like make sure you go out there and give it your all. You don't want to like slip up and, you know, underwork yourself, and then you feel like you didn't do enough work inside the training. In training camp, so you can't look good when you fight and things like that. So I'll make sure I try to stay like as much possible, stay focused as possible as I can, you know, so I could be able to also give out, put on a great performance in front of the fans and things like that. Because if you always put on a great performance, the fans you draw more fans, though, you know, that want to see you.
More dollars for sure. When
yeah,
you put
for
on
sure.
The show, like you got to do your job at the same time. It's an entertainment at the end where you're a brand. So
when talking about how he approaches fights, Davis shared that he always takes his time to study his opponents in the early rounds instead of jumping in without thinking. He explained that patience and smart strategy matter most, as he watches their moves closely before taking action. This careful style helps him avoid risks and find the right moments to strike. Davis said this mindset applies to life too. Real success comes from adjusting and making smart choices, not just rushing ahead. As March 1st gets closer, he stays locked in on giving another strong performance, knowing each win secures his spot at the top. Fans can expect him to bring his usual power, skill, and flair to the ring.
Yeah, for sure. Cause I never want to go out there and like, you know, and run into a punch that I don't see or anything like that. So I like to feel my opponent out and things like that. Even like with like, that's what life period. You just don't go out there and just, you know, head honcho. You just always want to figure your way through things and, you know, then gradually like, you know, loosen up, and then, you know, once you find them openings, then that's when you go ahead on.
It's funny you say that when you finding them openings and like you open them up a little bit like that, like so like you say you already knowing what punch you through the hit, like okay he flinched on that one, so I'm gonna come with the right hook on the next one and catch him. Like I look at you as like one of them boxers that known for you'll walk him down, like from the announcers, oh he got a nice shot, he ain't gonna tank them. Lights out, like it's like, man, it's like you know how to make adjustments, bro. And I just love to see. I know the fans love to see it, bro. You know me, I like keep it going, bro, because you got a lot of people rooting for you. But you also, you know, you got a lot of haters too. But
Talking about the upcoming fight, Davis recognized Roach as a skilled fighter who will bring his best. But he made it clear, fans will still see the same powerful and dominant Tank in the ring. Davis knows Roach will be ready, but he's focused on showing why he's still one of the sport's top names. He said staying on top takes constant hard work, and that's why he's been training harder than ever. Davis has been sharpening his power, speed, and defense to be in perfect shape for fight night. He's been sparring with top fighters, refining his game plan, and making sure every part of his skill set is on point. Training clips show him working on explosive combos, hitting the heavy bag, and building his stamina to be ready for anything Roach brings. When asked if he expects a knockout, Davis replied, hopefully, for sure, showing his confidence that a clean shot could end the fight in style. He's set on making a big statement and giving fans the show they want. Mike Tyson has also praised Tank, calling him a great fighter with serious potential. When asked about the comparisons between them, Tyson didn't push it away. Instead, he welcomed it. He said if Davis stays focused and keeps working hard, he can become a legend too. Tyson said greatness comes from being consistent, disciplined, and dominant, qualities he sees in Davis, showing just how much respect he has for Tank's talent and drive.
I mean, I have to ask you, would you ever remake your famous video game? Bring it to the next generation consoles, my friend?
Hey, I'm just happy to be alive. Thank you.
What do you think about Tank, people comparing Tank Davis to you? I mean, what do you think about that?
Tank is a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? But what do you think about them comparing him to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Oh, okay. All right, well, thank you. Okay, bye.
Tank Davis's training routine is built to boost his speed, power, and stamina. His workouts feature a mix of exercises that improve movement, balance, and quick reactions. He uses plyometrics, resistance bands, and core workouts to stay light and explosive in the ring. For endurance, he adds high-intensity cardio like sprints and jump rope. His strength training centers on bodyweight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, and calisthenics to keep him strong without bulking up too much. This balanced training keeps him in top shape and fully prepared for fight night.
Guys, over the last couple days, Gervonta Davis has released footage of him in fight camp. He looks motivated, he looks focused. You're seeing him doing calisthenics, a lot of different sort of functional body weight movements with a little bit of resistance. So what can we expect from him? Business as usual? Do you guys give Lamont Roach any chance of beating Tank? Let me know that in the comment section below.
His training videos show off his explosive power, quick reflexes, and all-around skills. From heavy bag work to intense sparring, Tank is sharpening his knockout power while keeping his speed and stamina in check. He's fully committed to every part of his training, strength, agility, and accuracy, showing how seriously he's taking this fight. With his powerful punches and non-stop drive, it's clear he's aiming for complete control in the ring. Lamont Roach will have to handle serious pressure, making this a potentially rough and challenging night for him. Oscar de la Hoya spoke highly of Tank Davis's power and skill, saying his fight with Lamont Roach will be a huge challenge for Roach. He pointed out that Tank has way more experience at the top level, having beaten some of the best in the sport. De la Hoya praised Davis's work ethic, saying he's always focused on improving and shows up fully prepared. He also noted that Tank's punches are tricky, they come from odd angles and his combos are hard to predict, making him extremely dangerous. De la Hoya called him sneaky in the ring, able to set clever traps that catch opponents off guard. With his precise power and strong ring IQ, De la Hoya believes Tank is one of the most feared fighters out there. He said Roach will need to be at his absolute best just to keep up.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
A well-known boxing analyst recently addressed the criticism Tank Davis often gets, backing up a tweet from Tank that said, "This is greatness. Don't let anybody fool you or convince you otherwise." The analyst fully agreed, saying that every great fighter in history has faced the same kind of doubt. No matter how dominant someone is, people always question their opponents and achievements. This isn't new. It happened with legends like Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Sugar Ray Leonard. Before their biggest fights, critics said their opponents weren't tough enough, but time proved their greatness. The analyst explained that real greatness isn't judged by opinions in the moment, it's defined by consistent success over time. Like those icons before him, Davis keeps winning, exciting fans and proving people wrong. While some may doubt him now, it's his performance and legacy that history will remember. As the analyst said, greatness is greatness, and Tank Davis is well on his way to making that clear.
And he's got a big fight coming up 3 weeks from now in the Barclays Center in New York, in Brooklyn, New York, against Lamont Roach, the 130-pound WBA champion, fighting for the 135-pound WBA championship. Now, Gervonta Davis put out a tweet and said, "This is greatness. Don't let anybody fool you or convince you otherwise." And I agree 100%. And I know that there are people that are going to come to this comment section and say, who did he fight? What did he do? Who did he fight? What did he do? If you pay attention to boxing long enough and you watch boxing long enough, you better believe you're going to hear that same question being said about every fighter in Gervonta Davis' situation. And I'm telling you, this is something that happens over and over and over again. Greatness is your opinion about somebody's career in totality. Who had a great career? Floyd Mayweather Jr. had a great career. Our Sugar Ray Leonard had a great career. Ali had a great career. Clearly great careers. But if you listen to the commentary coming directed at Ali before many of his fights.
Respected boxing trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas has been one of the most vocal supporters of Tank Davis, not just for his power but for his sharp ring IQ. While many focus on Davis's highlight reel knockouts, Atlas believes his real strength is his smart, strategic fighting style. He called Davis the most complete boxer today because he blends raw power with technical skill. According to Atlas, Davis doesn't swing wildly looking for a knockout. He studies his opponents closely, watching for patterns and weaknesses. He sets traps, forces mistakes, and then strikes with perfect accuracy. Unlike fighters who depend only on brute force, Davis breaks his opponents down gradually. He uses pressure, manages distance, and puts his rivals in tough spots before landing his hardest shots. He's patient, Atlas said. He doesn't waste punches. He makes you mess up, then punishes you for it. This smart and focused style separates Davis from many others. Atlas believes that as Davis keeps improving, his control in the ring will only grow. His ability to think, adjust, and execute under pressure makes him one of the most complete threats in boxing today. Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult added that Davis might even surpass Floyd Mayweather in overall skill. While Mayweather was known for defense and precision, Tank adds knockout power, speed, and explosiveness. His one-punch finishing power makes him especially dangerous. Unlike most heavy punchers, Davis has also improved on defense, making him more well-rounded. If he keeps evolving, many believe he could build a legacy as big, or bigger, than Mayweather's.
Thing was, it wasn't that he's a big guy who could go to 140. It was that he's so talented and punched so hard that those skill sets can carry up with them in weight. That's what the great ones do. They have that ability. That's why I mentioned Floyd Mayweather wasn't 154, but his skill set was so good. The difference between Tank and Floyd is that Tank got the type of power. When you got power that carry up like Pacquiao, you can move up many weight divisions, not just, the two that he primarily fought in. We saw him dribbling Mario Barrios off the canvas, so we saw him do it at one point.
Ryan Garcia, who has faced Tank Davis in the ring, has openly praised his former opponent's skills. While Tank is known for his knockout power, Garcia said it's not just raw strength that makes him a threat, it's his precision, timing, and ability to land punches when opponents least expect them. Garcia explained that some of Tank's shots may not seem powerful at first, but once they connect, the impact is real. One thing Garcia highlighted was Davis's accuracy. He said Tank doesn't waste punches. Every shot is planned and aimed with intent. His ability to read opponents, set traps, and land clean hits puts him on another level compared to typical heavy hitters. Garcia also pointed out Tank's high boxing IQ, noting that his mix of combinations and in-fight adjustments make him unpredictable and hard to counter. According to Garcia, facing Davis isn't just about handling power, it's about dealing with his smart, calculated approach. He described Tank as a complete fighter who understands timing, positioning, and movement better than most. That's why Garcia believes Davis's ability to break down opponents step by step makes him one of boxing's most dangerous fighters today.
Gervonta is considered like, you said he's not a big puncher, but he's considered
not,
like one of the, is it like precision?
Bro, he cannot hit hard, I'm telling you. He's accuracy. The punches that you don't see are the ones that hurt you, not the ones that you do see.
Yeah.
But on top of it, there's some people that even if you see it, that shit hurts. He's not like that. He's just he's what he is, you know. And he's an accurate sniper.
Tank's trainer, Kenny Ellis, is confident that Gervonta Davis will knock out Lamont Roach in their upcoming fight. While Ellis admitted that Roach is skilled and capable, he firmly believes Roach doesn't have what it takes to beat Tank in the ring. According to Ellis, Davis is on a completely different level when it comes to power, skill, and fight IQ, making it nearly impossible for Roach to find a way to win. He said Tank has been pushing himself harder than ever in training, perfecting every part of his game to stay dominant. Ellis acknowledged that Roach has good basics, but said he won't be able to handle the speed, power, and non-stop pressure that Tank brings. He completely shut down any talk of Roach outworking Davis, saying Tank is too strong, too quick, and too smart to let that happen. With Davis's ability to adjust, break down his opponents, and take advantage of mistakes, Ellis is sure the fight won't go the full distance. He predicts Tank will win in convincing style, scoring yet another knockout to add to his highlight reel.
Lamont Roach, a lot more, just a lot more outspoken nowadays, talking about the Tank fight, talking about like, I'm gonna beat his ass, what, don't let me knock him out now. One of the biggest upsets in boxing. I mean, tell me, Coach. Go ahead.
I like Lamont Roach and his team, the whole Roach team, man. Again, I will not go hard with the team like I do everybody else because, we've been around each other for years, and his uncle Boogaloo Roach was a nice guy. We always respected each other, so some things I can't do with the Roach team like I do with other people's team because it's a respect thing, But at the same time, they can talk tough to each other. It's boxing, but some things I can't say to them, and I won't say to them because I got respect. Even though he's no longer here, I got respect for Boogaloo Roach. You know what I mean? Good man he was, But I can't see Roach running over Tank. That ain't gonna happen. And I don't see Roach running like 12 rounds, And I don't see Tank having to look for Roach. That's a good thing. If he ain't got to look for Roach, that's a good thing. And he's not going to run over Tank, And he's not going to knock Tank out.
That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.